stories with other people, you help take away their fears. And to prove this to you, let me call upon our next speaker for today, Dr. Ashwini. She is an obstetrics and gynecological surgeon and a professional Bharatanatyam dancer. She was awarded the International Best Researcher in the field of obstetrics and gynecology. She has authored innumerable thought-provoking articles in various journals and has won numerous accolades for them. डॉक्टर अश्विनी हमें अपने जीवन की कहानियों में छुपी कुछ अनसुनी कहानियों और हकीकतों से रूबरू कराएंगे. Please welcome on stage Dr. Ashwini.
Jai Hind to everyone. We all need to agree to this fact that women empowerment and feminism are not the revolutionary thoughts which were rooted in 21st century. But these thoughts have started much before most of us even born, right? So before I narrate my story, I have few questions for an audience. Can anyone guess who is the first Indian woman who fought for the bride's consent in marriage? Anyone? It's all over India, it's only one person, Hindu one, who, yeah, Hindu. So it's Dr. Rukmabai Raut, first Indian woman physician who practiced during British times, and she is the first one who fought for the bride's consent in marriage. Next one. I quote, I regard irreligious people as pioneers if there had been no priesthood. The world would have been advanced 10,000 times better than it has now. Unquote. Any guess for this? I regard irreligious people as pioneers if there had been no priesthood. The world would have been advanced 10,000 times better than it has now. It's Dr. Anandi Gopal Joshi, first Indian female doctor of Western medicine. So, life stories of Dr. Rukmabai Raut, Dr. Anandi Gopal Joshi, Savitribai Phule, and many more were my slumber time stories who inspired me from my childhood. And somehow I believe that your thoughts are the pathway to your journey. With these thoughts and few life-moving moments who carved my journey to become a successful and obstetrics and gynecologist surgeon, me, Dr. Ashwini Sirabanasetti Karche, more than a gynecologist, I should say a tribal reformist. You know, people have asked me many times, why are you marrying to an army officer and not to a doctor who is of your same profession? And you know now, posting of your spouse will be in the remotest part of the country. Will that be okay with you? My answer was, undoubtedly yes. I wanted to marry an army officer only because he served for the uniform which my father wore in his 35 years of meritorious service. And my father taught me and my siblings that the respect which uniform earns, that even world's wealthiest person, Elon Musk, cannot. Agree? My journey from youngest child of the family to become a successful and responsible gynecologist who believes in giving has witnessed few important milestones which I would love to share with you all. So, I always believed in the choices that I made in my life. It was always a choice that shapes your destiny and makes a person a businessman or a doctor or an engineer. It makes a way to meet your ultimate goal, right? I made few firm choices when I was pursuing my career in medical field. Year 2017. I was in my internship, posted in remotest village of Maharashtra, where I came across my first rape case victim. A girl of just 13 years of age. She was bleeding heavily on a stretcher bed, staring at me helplessly for a need of help. As the kid was not even aware what exactly happened with her. In her words, desperately holding my apron, she said, "दीदी मुझे क्या हुआ है? आई बाबा बोल रहे कि तू घर मत आना, पनौती है तू, तूने हमारा सिर कटवा दिया। दीदी आई बाबा ऐसे क्यों बोल रहे हैं? मैं तो सिर्फ काका के घर पे गई थी काम करने के लिए." You know, in that situation, I was feeling completely helpless. I do not have an answer of any of her question. I wanted to help her out, but that case handed over to my seniors who can eventually give justice to the culprits and not to the little child in a way. You know, that incident has made a huge mark in my life and made me contribute to the most strong and declared weaker section of women. During my research studies, our team conducted one survey in one of the states of our country to know the actual reason behind this phenomenal increase in rape culture. You won't believe, but survey results have sunk my heart completely. Because school children from that village of that state says, लड़कियां घर का चूल्हा चौका बनाने के लिए हैं. लड़कियां जीन्स, टी-शर्ट्स, शॉर्ट स्कर्ट्स, शॉर्ट कपड़े पहन के हमें आकर्षित करती हैं, हमें रिझाती हैं, तो रेप तो होंगे ही. When I witnessed that situation, I was shocked, I was angry, because school children of hardly 15, 16 years of age develop that mindset for the reasons of rape. When our survey team continued to ask same question to more wise men and women of that village, they said, "बेटा ताली कभी एक हाथ से नहीं बचती है." And guess the next disgusting discovery they have done? They do have solution to stop this rape culture. Get the girl child married at the age of 16, then there will be no rape. This is about one of the state of our country, and believe this thought is common in many of the state of our country. Another incident that strikes my mind is medical camp which was organized for Gond tribe in Maharashtra. So the reason to conduct this camp was bringing an awareness for contraception and family planning. So during this camp, I happened to visit one house of a lady who was supposed to turn up for a cooperative, and she was already having 6 children. When I went to her house, an old lady from house said, "बच्चे तो भगवान देते हैं, तो हमें उन्हें रोकना नहीं चाहिए, चाहे वो कितने भी हो। एंड औरतों का तो काम ही होता है बच्चे निकालना." You know, as a gynecologist, that thought motivated me a lot to work for such kind of mindset in the society. Very recently, when I was writing article on sexual and reproductive rights, I befell to cope with one case termed digital rape, which happened in one of the very developed city of our country. So in this case of digital rape, a girl of 17 years of age digitally raped by demon-like human, and she was suffering through all these things since from last more than 7 years. So in medical term, digits means fingers. So in this particular case of digital rape, fingers are used in female private body part without her consent. We do come across such kind of news each and every day, right? Right now. But for some we prefer to talk very conveniently, and for some we prefer to ignore. I strongly believe that every cause of this rape culture, negligence towards abortion rights, reproductive rights, sexual rights in terms of contraceptions, family planning, or open breastfeeding, begins right away from our home first. Till the time we see female body as a thing to exploit and as a weaker gender, till that time these things will keep going to happen. As a doctor, it is very easy to ignore certain serious and heartbreaking incidents and to go for a very easy, comfortable and cozy lifestyle. But then these choices would never make me human. And so I won't allow my emotions get numb, especially when I hold a very responsible part of the society. And somewhere in everything, my values and my instincts always held me up to, fight for the right, and then that state arise where I'm supposed to be at that place as a gynecologist, where I'm needed the most, where my choices makes difference in the society, and especially in women's life. The choices that I have chosen in my life opened the gates for harmonious universe, and I've been amused by the joy and the satisfaction of serving for the society, and especially for the tribal women since from the time of my graduation. This beautiful journey has made me meet my husband, who also believes in serving in the society. Though we belong to two different professions, but our belief in oneness always makes us grow together. Believing in the choices that one makes in life always creates an endless opportunities to those who seek to explore beyond their horizons. So, with all these stories of today's in my bag and those of my lifetime, definitely going to inspire future generation to believe and to contribute for the society, not as a favor, but as a responsibility, by learning, unlearning, and relearning things for the supreme truth of harnessing the humankind with nature. Thank you and welcome.